everyone, today I'm going to give you some ideas for some messy play that you can use at home. There's some different types of paint you can make that are baby friendly, and they are using all ingredients that you may have hanging around in your kitchen. Before I make them and show you what you can do, there are loads of benefits from messy play and getting arty with your little one. It may be that they will create a Picasso, which is fantastic, but it's not just about creating a masterpiece. It's more of a sensory explosion for them. There'll be lots of different things that they will be able to do. They'll be able to use touch and feel different textures with the paint. They might be able to smell some different smells. They'll be able to explore with their sight the colours, and there will be some paints that they'll also be able to taste. So it's really a sensory exploration for you and your baby. So here are some different ways that you can make some baby friendly paint.
Now for our first recipe, you will need corn flour, cold water, boiling water and food colouring. And equipment wise, you need a saucepan, some measuring cups, a spoon and a kettle. For recipe 2, you need different fruit and vegetables. I'm using frozen peas, a banana, blueberries and raspberries, but you could use carrots, you could use spinach, strawberries. If you just look what you've got in your cupboard, and it doesn't need to be fresh, it can be frozen. So have a little look in the frozen section of the supermarket for some ideas. And you'll need a blender or something to blitz up the fruit and veg. For recipe 3, you'll need all the same things as recipe 2, but in addition to that, you will need some yogurt and a spoon. And for recipe 4, you will need yogurt and food colouring, and you'll need a spoon and some bowls. For our first recipe, you need a saucepan, and you're going to add 1 cup of corn flour and 1 cup of cold water. Mix these 2 ingredients together until they are completely combined and smooth. Once you've done this, you need to move it over to the hob and you're going to heat your mixture up. Now, whilst you're heating your mixture up, you need to be continuously stirring. And you're going to add between 1 and 2 cups of boiling water. Keep stirring, and this will take a few minutes. As you stir, you're looking for the consistency to change from a liquid, a very runny liquid, to a more custard-like thickness. As soon as you've got your custard-like thickness, turn off the heat, remove your pan, and let your mixture cool down, especially before your little one's going to use it. Now take your cooled down mixture and you're going to transfer it into whatever you're going to use as paint pots. So whether you've got jars or a paint palette. And then you can add some food colouring to your desired colour. I'm using blue for this one. Add a couple of drops and mix it together with a spoon. And there you have your corn flour paint. And the great thing about this is you can pop it in an airtight container and store it for 2 to 3 weeks, so you could make a big batch and keep coming back to it. And that's our first recipe. Our second recipe is using fruit, and we're going to blitz them up, puree them together. I've used peas, blueberries, raspberries and banana for different colours, but you could use strawberries, you could use carrots to get your desired colour. Once you've blitzed them together, you will have 4 colours. They won't be a completely smooth option, but they will make a great paint. Additionally, you could add a spoonful of yogurt, and although this will dull the colour slightly, it will obviously give you some more paint and it will give you a smoother consistency. Just stir the yogurt in and then you're ready for some paint. And of course, with these 2 options, because they are mushed up fruit. They are safe to eat. And of course, you don't need to use fresh fruit. You can use frozen fruit. I used some lovely frozen peas. And there you have our third option. Our final option is yogurt and food colouring. Now you only need a little bit of food colouring to get your desired colour in the yogurt. Add it in, mix it together, and then you've got your red paint and your yellow paint. So that's 4 different paint options: cornstarch, pureed fruit and veg, plus the yogurt, or yogurt and food colouring.
So I hope that you enjoy making some paint with your little one. Of course, once you've made your paint, there are lots of ways that you can use it. If you've got a paddling pool that you've maybe deflated and popped in the shed, that is a great way of containing your messy play. So you can get that out, put your little one in the middle and explore, and then it's easily washable. Or perhaps in the bath or the sink even. So there's exploring it with your hands, getting messy, tasting it maybe, depending on which one you've made, and perhaps making a lovely artwork. Don't just use hands. If you've got paintbrushes, you can explore some paintbrushes, but you can use things like cardboard from the inside of a wrapping paper, or you can use some teething rings. You may have some bath toys like building blocks and things that are perfect for putting in the paint, just to have different things to explore the paint with. Or if you don't want to get as messy, you can pop your paint, this is the cornstarch paint, you can pop it in a Ziploc bag, push all the air out and seal it, and then it becomes a lovely squishy bag to explore. So if perhaps you've only got 5 or 10 minutes that you want to fill with an activity, this is a great one that's not got any mess, and of course can be done in a high chair. And you could also add the other colours that you made and explore the different colours changing. Now, safety bit, of course, do make sure you're supervising your little one at all times during the activity. And if you decide to go for a paint that is one that is edible, do make sure you take into consideration any allergies your little one has. But I hope you have lots and lots of fun making some masterpieces. I'd love to see what you come up with. Have fun, everybody.